We can cross to Thierry Vircoulon, Associate Researcher at the Africa Center of the think tank IFRI. Thank you for being with us here on France 24.
Hello.
Let's begin with what's billed as a peace deal. The protocol is a little bit odd. The leaders of DR Congo and Rwanda are slated to appear together in the coming minutes at the White House. These are live images that we're seeing now. And then they're going to have separate talks with Donald Trump, not at the same time. Your thoughts on that?
Well, they are supposed to sign also bilateral agreements with Donald Trump, with the U.S. administration, and this is supposed to be the fourth and last step of the peace process that has started in June this year, and that peace process had 4 agreements that were supposed to be signed, and the last agreements that were supposed to be signed, today, are the bilateral agreements between the United States and Rwanda and the United States and the DR Congo about investment.
Yeah, investment where the United States, again, seems more like an interested party than a neutral broker.
Yes, definitely. As it was said at the beginning, the strategic objective of the U.S. administration is to come back in the mining sector in the DRC. I say come back because the U.S. industry was already there at the beginning of the century, but they withdrew. Therefore, with that peace process and the final agreements, the objective is really to open the door for the American businesses in the Great Lakes region.
Yeah, and the centerpiece, according to Africa Confidential, is this hydropower plant on the Ruzizi River. We can show perhaps a map. It's the Ruzizi River, which straddles both Congo and Rwanda. Do you ever see the Congolese and the Rwandans jointly working together at a moment where they're still at war? Do you see them working together on this hydropower plant?
Well, I think on the hydropower plant, it's possible, but it seems to be far less possible when it comes to the mine that we see on your map, the Rubaya mining area. That seems to be, that would be actually very difficult. When it comes to the hydropower project, that seems to be much more feasible. In the discussion, in the economic discussion between Washington and the two countries, several projects have been indeed mentioned, and the most controversial ones are definitely the mining project and especially the Rubaya mines, because it's under the M23 control.
Yeah, the Rubaya it's a coltan mine. And again, Africa Confidential reported back in July that Gentry Beach, who's close to Donald Trump, he's also been named more recently in an article by the Wall Street Journal about interest in Russia, that he would be interested in helping to exploit it. And there's also a further distance away, this mine in Manono. It's coveted by a company that's backed by both Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. So there seems to be the hand of the United States in a lot of these mining ventures.
Yes, well, the thing is that those two mining projects are actually different. When it comes to the Rubaya coltan mine, indeed, as you said, this company, this American company, is interested in that mine. But to be more specific, it seems that they would have a joint venture with a Rwandan company, and this is probably unacceptable for Kinshasa. In addition, to get access to the Rubaya mines, they will have to negotiate with the M23, and so far the M23, as you reported earlier, is still at war with the Congolese government. So that seems quite complicated. When it comes to Manono, and we can see where it's located on the map, that area, this is a lithium deposit that is not in the area controlled by the M23, and actually there is no armed group controlling that area. The problem there is different. It's actually a corporate battle between an Australian-based company and a Chinese company called Zijin Mining, because the Congolese government awarded mining rights, conflicting mining rights to those two companies. So there is a corporate battle about that. And in addition, the Congolese government allocated exploration mining rights to the cobalt metals, which is, as you said, a subsidiary company run by Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. So the problems between Rubaya and Manono are two different problems. One, it's for the American companies to get access to an area that is ruled by an armed group, by the M23. And when it comes to Manono, it's to actually get involved into a corporate battle that is already ongoing.
And do you see Felix Tshisekedi again agreeing that the minerals, because I'm just going to read you what it says in the framework deal, the original one. It stipulated that Congolese minerals should be processed in Rwanda in, quote, transparent, formalized ways. That includes, because they do have cheaper electricity, they have a more efficient system on the Rwandan side. But do you actually see Felix Tshisekedi and Paul Kagame doing business together?
No, when it comes to the minerals, it seems coming from North Kivu and South Kivu, it seems to be very difficult politically speaking. In addition to that, there is the military aspect of the problem, because as it was reported, the fighting is still ongoing between the Congolese army and the M23, and there is still no peace. So what's going to be happening in the White House today is actually another episode of the Trump comedy show that is completely disconnected from the reality on the ground in North and South Kivu.
The Trump comedy show. Thierry Vircoulon, final question. This latest fighting in South Kivu, is that just because it's Thursday and there's fighting every day in the east of Congo? Or is it also linked to these signings in Washington?
No, I think there is a political meaning in that fighting, because that fighting has intensified for the past 3 days, and the political meaning is that the fighters on the ground, the fighting parties on the ground, are saying to Washington that they are not at all concerned by this peace deal that's going to be signed very far away from them, and actually that the reality on the ground will prevail.
Thierry Vircoulon of the French think tank IFRI, so many thanks for speaking with us here on France 24.
Thanks a lot for your invitation.